Hey there. Good afternoon. Um, you see I have this shirt on. You know, after watching Carolina get absolutely smacked by Alabama yesterday, the Duke Blue Devils played last night. They were playing who should have been the number one ranked team in the nation. And I'm going into the game. I'm sitting there like, well, they're the number one offense in the league, and we're the number one defense in the league. We're playing at Cameron. But it worries me because I've been questioning Jon Scheyer's approach to how he's been coaching the basketball team since the season started. I've been complaining about his 8-man rotation. The only players he's playing off the bench was Sion James, the Gillis kid, and if I'm not mistaken, Malik Brown. So going into the game, I had my doubts, but oh my gosh, was that one of the best basketball games I've seen in a long time. I'm not saying that because I'm a homer, but them Duke Blue Devils and Auburn Tigers were going off yesterday. It was a wonderful game. Hardly no fouls. Shooting the three ball well. I mean, Duke got down early and it was looking scary. I believe Duke was down 11. It was 13-2 in the first 4 minutes of the game. It was looking scary. And for weeks, I've been talking about Jon Scheyer letting the man from North Carolina himself, Isaiah Evans, play. The dude reminds me of Kevin Durant, Brandon Ingram. He's been sitting on the bench all season for the most part. I think they said he played versus Wofford, and I think he got a little bit of time in their last game against Seattle. And I've been saying this about Duke. Duke, if they want to go far and win the national championship, be in a national championship, contending for one in the Final Four and the Elite Eight, they're going to have to play more than 8 guys. The reason why we lost against Kansas and against Kentucky is because late in the game we're tired. We're relying on the rookies, Cooper Flag, Conklin, specifically for the Kentucky game. Cooper Flag gets the ball late in the game. He turns it over. Same thing in the next game against Kansas. They give Conklin the ball, expecting him to make a play. He turns the ball over. And I've been complaining about this. You need to put some veteran guys in the starting lineup. You need to let Isaiah Evans come on. You need a 9-man rotation. This 8-man rotation ain't going to work. The reason why Cooper Flag was turning the ball over late in the game because he looked dead tired. I mean, the kid was tired, begging for his last breath, trying to ISO and win the game. It's not going to work for a rookie. I know he's the number one player in the country. He is going to definitely be in the NBA draft coming up. But I don't care. If you want to give him that opportunity to make a big play, let him be fresh. Cooper Flag was exhausted. And then moving on, Conklin, I just don't think he's experienced enough to even make that game-winning basket against Kansas. You see Cooper Flag was wide open at the top of the key. He just didn't pass it to him. He just decided to Sion James crash down, and he tried to get the model off, and he turned it over. But this game showed the potential this team has to win a national championship. Isaiah Evans comes off of the bench. And I would believe starting out he was 3 for 3 from the three-point line. Dude was dead in the water for the most part. They struggled to get off his basket. This is my number one pet peeve in basketball. I don't care who your starters are. Bench players are important. They can lift that spark. If that person isn't having that spark that night in the starting lineup, bring a guy off the bench that can bring that spark. In this game, it was Proctor. Proctor was 1 for 6 at one point. And that one basket he got was a transition dunk on a 2-on-1 fast break. He was wide open. He had a free lane to the basket. Other than that, he wasn't making shots. He got in the foul trouble early. They bring Isaiah Evans in. He stole the show last night. He literally shot 6 for 9 from the field, 6 from 8 from the three-point line. Scored 18 points. Cooper Flag had 22. Tyrese Proctor had 12. Caleb Foster had 11. Proud of Caleb Foster. He played really well last night. Malik Brown was a defensive presence against what they are calling one of the best big men in the NCAA basketball right now in Johnny Broome. He's averaging like 22 points on the season. It's pretty good. He still had his 20, but Malik Brown was giving him he was making him work hard for them buckets. And moving and just going to keep on talking about Auburn. I mean, shot making. Todd Pettiford. They said he was a freshman coming off the bench. He was shooting lights out yesterday. Lights out. He was 8 for 15 for the field, 4 for 8 for the three-point line. Shooting lights out. This Chad Baker, Mazzara guy, lefty guy, he was deadly last night. Along with Miles Kelly. Miles Kelly came out the gate in the first 5 minutes of the game. They said he played on Georgia Tech last year. He was letting Duke have it from outside. This was a great game. I wouldn't have been mad if Duke lost this game. I think if it was vice versa, if we played at Auburn, and maybe I still think Duke could beat them. Just Cameron Indoor Stadium is a crazy place to play at. Auburn has not played there in years. It's been a long time. I think they said that they've met each other twice since 1990. But this is the formula for success for Duke. You're going to have to let some guys off the bench. I would love to let them. I would love to also get another look at one of the freshman guards off the bench because Caleb Foster is streaky. I don't expect Caleb Foster to be this consistent going on, continuing the season. You see Jon Scheyer took him out of the starting lineup and started Sion James. I like that rotation. I like the rotation of Sion James, Proctor, Knipple, Cooper Flagg, and Malawat. That's good. Sion James can handle the ball. He handles the ball very, very well, and he's got a lot. He's a bigger body than Caleb Foster. Caleb Foster is a very relatively small figure and allows Sion James to facilitate. Cooper Flagg is also great at facilitating, and it lets Tyrese Proctor get some open shots. Now, last night, Tyrese Proctor was a little inefficient starting off the game, but in the second half, he came back looking very good in the second half. I think he ended up being 4 for 10, so actually he made his next couple baskets. He went 3 for 4 in his next four baskets, so we can take that. Isaiah Evans was the X factor last night. If it was not for Isaiah Evans, we would not have won that game last night. And this is a big statement for Duke. You know, I've been crapping on Duke for the last couple weeks. Are they capable to beat a big team? Are they capable to beat a big team? Granted, both the games we lost, I think we lost one by 5, one by 3, and the other one by 2. May have lost by 5. I can't even remember. No, I think it was 5, and we lost the other one by 2 or 3. I can't remember. It was less than 5 points for both games. Neutral sites. Can't kill them for it for the most part. But you want to be able to. It's important to play these games early in the season to see what your team is. So I was looking forward to this game. Being that you faced 2 juggernaut teams so far, even though Kentucky did just lose to, I believe it was Clemson in the SEC ACC tournament, but they were 2 great teams. They're top 10. They were 2 top 10 ranked teams at some point. And you took them down to the wire. Last possession. Okay, you can take that. Then I wanted to see if this would transition to this game, and it absolutely did. We even found some firepower on the bench with Isaiah Evans. I would love for them to give an opportunity to that freshman guard, the 4-star that we got, the light-skinned kid. I would like to see him get some playing time. He's the only guy that we got in from the renewed recruiting class who I'm very interested to see. He can shoot the basketball very well. I would like to see him get mixed in a little bit with Caleb Foster, maybe switch him out for Caleb Foster. Caleb Foster, he played good last night, but I know Caleb Foster cannot consistently do that. Overall, I got to give credit to Jon Scheyer. Jon Scheyer, I've been killing him for the longest time. He will get to the NCAA tournament, and even now, he is addicted to the 8-man rotation. He is not a bench guy. He is going to ride his starters to the end of the game. I understand it, but at the end of the day, if you look at all the past champions that have won the NCAA tournament, they have a bench. They have a guy they can bring off the bench to bring a spark, and this was a testament to that last night with Isaiah Evans. Shout out to Slim. Way to show up when your name was called, my man. You just earned yourself a spot in the rotation. I am very sure of that. Jon Scheyer noticed that. I would like to see him improve on his driving, though. Driving the ball last night, he was not as efficient because all of his shots were basically catch and shoot. So I want to see him be able to handle the ball, get to the rack, use his frame. He is a smaller guy. He is a frail guy, but he's very tall. He's athletic. I want him to use that build and be able to drive to the hoop, get some contact, go to the free throw line. That is the formula for Duke. This team can win a national championship. There's no doubt in my mind, baby. So, to recap this video, number 1, shout out to Isaiah Evans. Jon Scheyer, you should use him more. He should be part of the rotation. Number 2, I would like to see the 4-star kid, point guard, get some mix-in time with Caleb Foster, just see what kind of game he's got. You never know. Number 3, I think Duke is good enough to get to the national championship this year. If not, it's going to be very disappointing. A lot of pressure is on Jon Scheyer. Jon Scheyer has to get it done. The loss last year at NC State was disappointing, but you see, the NC State did make it to the Final Four. So I mean, they were a good team. They were a pretty good team, but still, you have to do good with the roster you got, the way they played against Auburn, which is supposed to be a #1 team in the nation. Because I don't care what nobody says, Kansas was not better than Auburn. They were not supposed to be ranked ahead of Auburn this week. You need to take this form of success. If you can do this against Auburn, you can do this against any team in the country. Auburn was stacked. A very stacked team, very good team. Bruce Pearl is doing a fantastic job over there. But moving on, we got to stay consistent, play great basketball, beat a #1 team in the ACC, and head to the national championship. We have the team to do that, and I think we will be one of those Elite 8 type teams. And this is a letter to all my Carolina fans. Your team's not good this year. 4-4, don't have a big man. Outside of RJ Davis, you got RJ Davis and probably the 2 freshmen, Drake Powell, Ian Jackson. Outside of that, you have nobody. Elliot Cadeau's still scared to shoot the ball, but that's another topic for another time. If you enjoyed my quick reaction to the Duke game, let me know down below. The game was very good last night, and I really want to talk about it. And I did not wear this t-shirt for this video. But if you enjoyed my reaction, please be sure to drop a like on a video. Be sure to share this video to any of your friends who is a Duke fan. Bring them to the channel because I am going to be talking about a lot of this when it gets to March Madness. If I do see another game that Duke plays that I think is a very good game and is relevant enough to talk about, I'm going to talk about it on my YouTube channel. Click the link in the description to see all my other videos. When I got videos about pop culture, comic book news, just football, sports itself, and reaction videos to any movie trailers when it comes to pop culture stuff. If you are interested in that and you're watching this video right now, click that link down below in the description and check that stuff out. It's really good, really good content for you guys. And I'm going to use this time to say this. I am so sorry, you guys. I have been so lacking on the upload schedule. School has been bombarding me with work. And not on top of just schoolwork, actual me working, having a job myself, I've been lacking on the YouTube videos. I'm sorry. I just saw in my database it's been almost a month since I last filmed my last video. But you know what time it is? It is December. College is almost finished. We're going to be out for break. So be sure I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of uploads in the next month. Stay tuned. And if you want to stay in tune with me, click that notification bell when you subscribe to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys, and I'm going to be seeing you guys very soon. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya.